Alrighty then, welcome to Sockeye Tactical. Today we're talking about what to do if you have small pockets. If you're like me, I find myself carrying small gear a lot more frequently than I do big chunky knives and flashlights because pocket space is valuable. And it's the same reason I carry a compact pistol for concealed carry instead of a full size pistol. You just sometimes you don't want to carry that big gear around, and if you work in a office environment or a professional type environment, sometimes small gear just works better for your day-to-day EDC. Many of these items would be great stocking stuffers, and so that's why another reason why we're doing this video. And I'll put links down to as many of the items as are still available in the description. I don't get any money from those links, it's just for your benefit. I think I want to start first with my most recent and favorite carry. So here's what I've been carrying most recently. Besides a watch and a phone, the next most common things that I carry every day are a knife, a pen, and a flashlight, and a wallet. As far as compact everyday carry, I've been really liking this. This is not a new knife. This is not new gear. It's been around for a while. This is the Kershaw capsule. It is a manual OTF, so you slide it out. It looks like it's a spear point with both blades sharpened, but this side is not sharpened, and you could sharpen it if you wanted. It's not particularly an expensive knife. It's just 8CR 13 MOV, which is a good budget steel. But I'm finding that this fits perfectly in a fifth pocket. So this will fit in my coin pocket, on my jeans or my slacks if I have a fifth pocket. And I really like carrying this knife. It's really fidgety, and it's tactile, and it's just fun, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. This is a newer flashlight that I've gotten. I have a lot of Olights, as you'll see in the video, but this iMini 2 I thought was a really unique design. And I will clip this to my keychain generally, or sometimes I'll throw it in the fifth pocket with a small knife. And the neat thing about this is if you do clip it onto your keychain, you just pull it away from the magnet to activate it. And it has a really strong magnet, so you don't have to worry about losing it. And that instantly turns it on. So it's easy to separate from your keychain, and then you can just put it wherever you want. And it's magnetic, so it will stick to whatever surface you're on. So if you want to mount it under your hood or on a desk or a workbench, you can do that. And I really am liking that Olight Mini 2. Also with Olight, this is one of their newer products that I've been carrying a lot. They have an O-Pen, but this is the O-Pen Mini 2. That's a mouthful. Just like the other O-Pens, what you'll see in a minute is it has a pen, a pressurized ink cartridge, and it's bolt action, which is fun. But on the top, it comes out and it has a pencil. So you've got dual writing instruments here, pen or pencil. And these are relatively affordable. I think they're $12 to $15, maybe less if you find them on sale. I've heard that the pencil is replaceable, but I have not figured out how to take it out yet. I guess I'll worry about that when I use it enough to wear it down. What I like to do is just clip it to the side of my wallet, and I do this with any small pen. So the O-Pen fits great for that, but I'll clip it to the side of my wallet and I'll carry that in there. And this is the wallet that I've been carrying most recently. And these are relatively inexpensive too. I mean, you can get these a lot of times for $10 to $15 on Amazon. I've got some fake cards in here, so I don't give my identity away, but this is a Buffway wallet. They're really compact and thin, and you can store 3 cards in these sleeves. You can store additional cards in there, additional cards in there. So I'll keep a lot of times my health insurance or my benefits card in there, and then I'll keep my fishing and hunting license in the top here, along with some cash sometimes, and then driver's license and concealed carry permit on this side. So it holds a lot of cards in a relatively small space, and it comes in about 50 different colors on Amazon. And you can clip your pen onto this, which is the way I like to carry it in my front pocket. And I just find this to be a really fun wallet. Another thing I usually carry in there is a folding knife, you know, a backup knife. When it comes to knives, one is none and two is one. So you always got to have a backup knife. So I'll carry a folding backup knife. I don't use it a whole lot, but it's just fun to have to show people. So anyways, I'll keep that in there with my credit cards and just take it out when you go to the airport. But this is what I've been carrying most. Now, prior to that, I had a couple different carries. I'll go this is a little bit older one. This is a wallet. I'll start first with the wallet since we were just talking about wallets. This was my first experience with a slim wallet. I got this as a Christmas gift from a mother-in-law. You can see the wearing on it. I've worn it pretty good. I don't even know what the brand is. I've tried to find another one like it so I could replace it, and I'll search again before I post this to see if I can find a link. It doesn't hold a lot of cards. It's only got 2 slots, and if you try, you can press 2 or 3 cards in each one. So I'll carry my 2 IDs and a couple credit cards in there. You can clip some cash on the back. I also like to carry a pen. So here's another O pen. This is just the O pen mini, not the version 2. I honestly like the bolt action on this one better. It's not as complicated as the one with the pen and the pencil, and it's just a little bit shorter too. So that makes it a little extra nice because it doesn't have the pencil in it. So when your pocket space is valuable, and this will clip onto the wallet too with the pocket clip. Or what I do on this wallet, since it doesn't have this magnetic latch here, I'll just slide the pen under that and I'll carry it in my pocket. Sometimes I'll throw a coin on there just because it's magnetic and it's cool. So like this Aztec calendar coin or Maya calendar coin, I'll throw this on there just to have a little fidget, something to play with, show off to the kids, do some close-up magic. Just kidding, I don't know any magic. And then in my 5th pocket, so I can carry this all in one front pocket. So I'll put this wallet in my front right pocket with a pen. And then in my 5th pocket, I'll usually carry a flashlight and a small knife. Now this came as a set. It's the Swisstech Winzig. And I really like the blunt nose tip on this knife. And the G10 handles are great. This one's made of AUS-8 steel. And this came in a whole set with a bunch of tools, a fire starter and some other things. And I just really like the profile of this knife. If you don't want to carry it in your pocket, it does have a carabiner right there. So you can open that and just clip it on a belt loop. You could also clip it onto your keys. But you can fit all this gear in one pocket. And then I will, this is an IR2, another Olight, and they come in a host of different colors. This just happens to be one I bought. Clips on a keychain or slides into a pocket nice and easy. I lose a lot of small Olights, and so it's good to have some spares. All right, this is another one that I've carried quite a bit. You'll see some wear on it too. Let's talk the wallet first, because that's the biggest difference between all of these is the wallet carry. So there's an old student ID. This is a zipper style wallet. And so the one thing I didn't love about this was having to zip it open to get to my cards. There's 2 sleeves in there so you can store, separate your stuff a little bit. And there's an outside pocket too. But what I would do is I would throw my cash, my cards, everything in the pocket. And then I would save this outside pocket, because what I like to do is slip my gear down into that and use it as kind of a pocket sleeve for my EDC gear. So I put, this is Swiss Army Knife Rambler, and this is probably my most carried tool. I don't always carry it in a sleeve, but I'll throw this down in there. And I've got a little bit of paracord on there just to make it easier to organize and to get out. And this is a Spyderco Dragonfly, I believe. Could be a ladybug, but I think it's the Dragonfly. And this is VG10, made in Japan. Cute little knife. Purple handles, comes in different colors. You can throw that in there if you want a little bit better knife than the Swiss Army knife, if you want a locking knife. This is a Fisher Space Pen with an added pocket clip. The nice thing about this is it turns into a full-size pen with some nice texturing on there. Makes it really enjoyable to write with. And it is a pressurized cartridge too. If you don't know what pressurized cartridges are, that means you can write upside down, you can write on wet paper, you can write in the rain. You can do all kinds of things with a pressurized cartridge. And this one will clip onto a wallet too, so clip that in there. And I've got a complete carry right there. I've got a multi-tool, a knife, a pen, and a wallet. And then I'll do with the flashlight, I'll take a flashlight, something like this Olight 3E iOS, and these come in a bunch of different colors too. There's orange or black, and they're about $12. They're really cheap. I'll clip that on there. What I was finding when I was using this, actually, when I was using this iMini 2 and clipping that on there, the magnetic just kept it secured right there next against the wallet, and it was awesome. And I don't know if I showed, but this has just a rechargeable function there. So you can take that off, recharge it, and then clip it back on your keychain. So I really like that carry option. This other Olight, this one just takes a AAA battery, so really handy. This little Olight, I believe, is rechargeable. Yep, USB-C. So you've got lots of different options there. Some people prefer a battery because it's easy to change. Some like the rechargeable option. You just got to remember to keep it charged. What else? All right, we'll do the last one and then we'll do some honorable mentions. So this is another option here. This Carhartt little card organizer, I do like it because it has a pen loop there. So this is another Olight iMini. This one's in green. This was the first one I bought, and you can see that pocket clip that I've carried this a lot. I do like that this Carhartt has this. The one thing I didn't like about this Carhartt, it's really slim, it's really solid, it's really heavy duty. The canvas is tough, just like you would expect Carhartt to be, but it's stiff and it's hard to get your cards in and out of it. I think this is maybe more meant to be carried on a lanyard, like with your ID badge and your ID cards, rather than a wallet, but what I've used it for is a wallet. And it pairs nicely. Not that you have to have your gear color coded, but I oftentimes will. So a Leatherman Micra, one of the best pocket multi-tools you can have, besides the Swiss Army Knife Rambler. I'm a big fan of the Rambler. So this has got a great pair of scissors, and it does have tweezers, a little flathead screwdriver slash, oh no, that's not a bottle opener, I thought it was. And then also a mini screwdriver and a cap lifter there. And then you've got a knife or a nail cleaner and file, and then another scraper flathead type tool there. So this is a great little option. And then this is oh gosh, I just forget the name. Phoenix. This is a Phoenix flashlight. There's 3 different modes. These Phoenix ones don't come with a pocket clip, which is one drawback, but it's really compact in size. This is the E05R, and just like the others, it's rechargeable, USB-C. So you just unscrew that cap down and it's got a nice gasket there, so it keeps it waterproof. And this is a really fun knife or flashlight just to throw in your pocket. Okay, so that's another good carry option if you like a slim pocket carry. Honorable mentions. This is another great Olight. This is the IR2 EOS, and it is super bright. It has two different brightness modes. So it has one where you just barely turn it on, like a moonlight, low light mode, and then you turn it all the way and it gets brighter. And people have been amazed when I've whipped this off my keychain and used it to look for something outside. People drop their keys or something and it's dark and you're trying to help them find it. And they're like, wow, that's a bright little light. And it is for the size of flashlight that it is. And it's also rechargeable. This one, drawback on this one is it's a mini USB instead of USB-C. But still a great little light. I had a black one of these that I lost. And so I bought this brown one, copper colored one. And I really like that. Speaking of copper, here's another small pocket carry. This is a Kershaw. Oh goodness, I forget the name of this one. It is designed by Hinder, and I believe it's just 8CR 13 MOV again. This is the copper variant. They make a black G10 one. I had a black G10 one. I gave it to my brother-in-law and he loves it. It's his everyday carry now. He's not a huge knife guy, but he likes small knives, and so something small he can just throw in his fifth pocket or on his keychain to tear down boxes or open packages. He really likes that. So I broke this one down because I wanted to do shipwrecked on the copper, and I tried that. It didn't turn out good, so I ended up cleaning all the patina off that I had put on because it looked like trash, and put it back together, and I lost one of the barrel spacers, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do there in the back to keep it solid. But this is a fun little keychain option. The copper is dressed up a little bit. I think the copper one's about 20 bucks. The other black G10 one is usually less than that, $14 or $15. And so this is a fun little knife, and it looks gimmicky, but it is actually functional, as I can attest by my brother-in-law using it. I don't like this knife. That's why it's on the honorable mention list. But when I show this to people, they seem to like it. So, especially non-knife people. This is the Smith & Wesson Benji. You could use this as a money clip in lieu of a wallet. You slide all your stuff under there because it has that big pocket clip. And it has a small blade. This one, I think might have even been D2 steel. It doesn't say on there. I'll put it on the screen if it is. But really cool G10 steel. It feels solid. I didn't like it because of all the sharp edges around it. You know, the pocket, the flipper tab, this cap lifter, even the G10 is really rugged and jagged, and it's just hard to deploy. So I didn't love this knife, and it's heavy for the size that it is, because it's got, even on the side with the G10, it's got a thick stainless steel liner and a thick stainless steel liner on the back. So it's not one of my favorites, but it will definitely fit in a fifth pocket. I've carried it there, or it will work as a money clip, which I've used it for that too. Or you could go traditional on your pocket knife. This is just a small buck pen knife. Get yourself a Texas toothpick or a pen knife or a little a small Stockman knife, and they work great in a fifth pocket as well. Not too expensive, and Buck is always a solid brand if you want that. This one's got G10 handles, so a little bit more modern than maybe a bone or something you'd get, or a wood. As far as pens, I know I've raved about the Olight pen. That's obviously my favorite, but Fisher Space Pen is a good option. This is a CRKT pen that I bought from Knife Center. I think it was a Knife Center exclusive. It is a little bit longer. Let me get the O pen for comparison here. It's a little bit longer than an O pen. And the reason I don't carry this more is the magnetic cap. I mean, it's kind of fun, but I find that the cap will pop off in my pocket, or I just feel like I'm prone to lose it. But it also has a pressurized cartridge and it's magnetic, so you can put the cap on top, it's magnetic, or on the bottom, to hopefully help keep you from losing it. And CRKT is a great brand, so another good small pen option to carry. And it is nice sometimes having a little bit longer pen than those O pens, but I find usually what I'm using the O pen for is just writing a signature or something short. I'm not writing a novel, and so having a small pen like that works fine for me. Mini Sharpies, also another good option. You could throw these into your pocket, on your wallet, or next to your pen, or in a fifth pocket, and then you have an extra writing instrument, especially if you're writing on cardboard or cardstock or something heavier than normal paper, and you need to have a pen to write that. So those are some options that you can look at. Also, some big news. I recently got promoted at the Old McDonald Corporation. I have a fancy new title. I'm now the CIEIO. Also, what do you call what is a kidnapper's favorite shoes? White Vans. And what do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account? Primates. And what do you call an angry monkey? Furious George.